Bet check. A female sleuth thriller by A.J. Lape. Chapter 1. Dark Walker. When I make it to the pearly gates, I have a few questions. What's in Area 51? Who killed Marilyn Monroe and the Black Dahlia? And is Bohemian Rhapsody considered the greatest song of all time? Right then, I wanted to know why my next customer was stranger than a hairless cat. Tugging my keys from the ignition, I retrieved my red insulated pizza carrier and exited my 4Runner. Early Friday morning, it was the end of my shift as the night delivery driver for Rollo's Ugly Pizza. As luck would have it, the delivery was close to the pizza shop, so I would have a short trip back to settle up receipts, and then on to the room I rented from my boyfriend's grandparents. Truth was, I might have employed the luck of the Irish because the delivery was to Clyde Sargent. Sargent rang up Ugly Pizza every weekend for a 14-inch Rollo's Revenge. The oddity here was that it wasn't the official weekend. The sun had barely cracked open an eye. Any other time I would ask why the change up, but my brain power, as it were, was solely trying to keep me conscious. Stepping up onto his porch, I rapped my knuckles on the door in a 3-tap. Sargent's lips were curled around a Marlboro light when he cracked open his door. Short and dweebish, he was naked except for white boxers, and his dark hair was gelled back with a copious amount of pomade. Going soft at the midsection, his body was out of proportion because his arms had the muscles of a serious bodybuilder, with legs the width of a prepubescent boy. The cherry on top was a nose resembling the snout of a pig. I'd lay money he had no love life. That pizza or Rollo's Revenge? He clipped, inhaling so deeply his cigarette turned red on the end. I called up my Ugly Pizza cheer. Yup, complete with spinach, feta, garlic, white sauce, and fresh tomatoes. He knit his brows together, as though I was the biggest liar on the planet. Shape of a gun? He verified, his voice laced with suspicion. I inwardly rolled my eyes. A cardinal rule on the night shift was that people didn't have their health on their minds. Ugly Pizza regulars were return customers because they liked the taste of the food. For an upcharge, they could have their pizza in a requested shape, and Sargent recently had a fascination with firearms. Yes. The crust is in the shape of a 9mm that can't wait for you to take a bite out of it. I added a counterfeit smile, hoping for a large tip. His brows furrowed even more, and he scratched his chest hair, alternating with his backside and giving me a glimpse of every nook and cranny imaginable. My ex is letting someone else take a bite out of her these days.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?